Looking at the timers function, we see that we've got two different types of timers. We've got an on delay timer and we also have an off delay timer. Now we can see that my on delay timer can be added like my normal inputs, but when we've got our timer, we go into the block properties and we indicate how long it has to wait. There we see that we've set it to 5 seconds. Now on its own the timer serves no function, so we need to include a input which actually links to that on delay timer. And we're just going to add a relay coil as an output for this example. And when we simulate the operation, we can see that everything runs, or everything is off. When I activate, you see it switches on, and when I deactivate, it switches off. This is set to microseconds. That's incorrect. Okay, so now it's set to 10. So now when we run the simulation, we see that when I trigger it, it starts running through the timer now. It stays off. The trigger stays off until the timers run through. Once the timers run through, then switches the output on. When I release the button, the whole process resets. That is my on delay timer. The off delay timer, if we go out of the simulation, we've got the make contact again. Let's label that one number 2. We're going to put the off delay timer in there. We can see that there's a slight difference in the symbol. There's a trigger shown on top with the activation at the end, and there we've got the trigger on the top and then the activation underneath. We're going to connect these two, and we're going to say the block properties there, change the timing to 5 seconds. Then we're going to insert a contact which is the off delay timer, and we're going to make that one run on Q2, relay coil as the output. Connect those two, and then once we run our simulation and we activate, sorry, that's supposed to be a momentary push button. When we activate timer 2, we see it automatically starts running, the output switches on, and once it runs through its 5-second time, it then automatically switches off. These are effectively used in devices where we've got timing required, for example this automatic star delta starter or automatic sequential logic devices.